Probation Department Chief Deputy Probation Officer swearing-in ceremony. I'm Chief Deputy Joe Dilley, and I'm honored to welcome you as we celebrate two of my peers, Daniel Castañeda and Rudy Lovato. Before we begin the ceremony, will you please stand and join me in honoring the flag with the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the dignitaries and guests present from our probation department, fellow executive team members, department managers, our former Chief Probation Officer, Mark Cape, and former Chief Probation Officer, Jason David. It's great to have you with us. I also welcome members of our County Executive Office, including Assistant CEO, Michelle Paradise. We are honored to have presiding judge of the Duke Superior Court, the Honorable Judith C. Clark. We also welcome the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Commission Chair, Chris Galapa, and Commission members. I also would like to welcome our staff present today and those staff watching online. Thank you for joining us. Now, on a day like today, I think we can all agree that celebration would not be the same without the following guests here to help us honor Daniel and Rudy, their families. Specifically, Daniel's parents, mother-in-law, sisters, wife, and children, and Rudy's brother, sister, son, brother-in-law, uncle, and nephew. Thank you all for being here. I'd like to share some history of Daniel and Rudy, a little bit about the journey getting here. Chief Deputy Daniel Castañeda graduated from the University of California, Riverside with a Bachelor of Science degree in Psychology and Sociology. He also earned a Master's degree in Criminal Justice from the University of Cincinnati. Daniel began his career with the Riverside County Probation Department in 2002 as a group counselor at Southwest Juvenile Hall. He's worked his entire career at our juvenile institutions, and I'm proud that he's our first chief deputy that's had chief-only institutions experience. He's worked at Southwest Juvenile Hall, Twin Pines Ranch, Indio Juvenile Hall, and Whitetown. Daniel was promoted to Assistant Division Director in 2011 and Division Director in 2020. Daniel was assigned to oversee design, development, construction, and opening of the AMC Whitetown facility. He helped lead the transition team to develop master staffing plans, site-specific protocols, and implemented evidence-based programming for youth. Daniel has served as the statewide California Association of Probation Administrators at CAPIA since 2012. He's been the president of CAPIA in 2019 and 2020. And Chief Deputy Rudy Lovato graduated from Cal State San Bernardino with a bachelor's degree in sociology. He began his career at the Riverside County Probation Department in 1999 as a deputy probation officer. Over the years, Rudy worked his way through the ranks of the department. He promoted to Assistant Division Director in 2011 and was promoted to Division Director in 2015. He has worked in and led many of our divisions. Rudy has gained a variety of experience in the areas of adult and juvenile supervision, as well as specialized programs and tasks and task force operations. Rudy's collateral relationships with internal and external agencies will benefit him and the department in his new assignment. And to begin our ceremony, I'd like to welcome our chief, Chris Wright, to say a few words. Chief Wright.
Thank you. And I was told not to do this, never go off script. I keep doing this, but Jason Bailey's here today, and just watching Jason with that cool hair, I'm telling you, makes me think about retirement and growing my hair out. Stop it, Chris. Again, hello, my name is Christopher H. Wright, and I welcome the families, friends, staff, and guests here today. And I must say it's an honor and a privilege to speak to you about two new chief deputies, Daniel Castañeda and Rudy Lovato. It is not often that we have dual ceremonies, but I will do my best to honor both of these accomplished individuals during this ceremony today. I have personally had the pleasure of supervising Daniel and Rudy in the past, and I must admit, I have always saw them both as potential leaders in this department very early on in their careers. Both carry the same compassion. Both are hardworking and dedicated and committed members of the Riverside County Probation Department, and I am so happy to have them both on the executive team. With that said, I'm first going to speak about Daniel Castañeda. As previously stated, Daniel has worked his entire career in the Riverside County institutions. I watched Daniel from the start, I've had the pleasure to watch him grow into all things institutions. I have at times been his mentor, his supervisor, and even his partner while working at Indio Juvenile Hall side by side. Daniel simply cares about our institutions like no one has ever cared. He loves technology. He loves getting our staff the best tools and is a strong advocate for the development of institutions locally and throughout the state with his work with CAPIA. In speaking with Daniel, he knows the challenges ahead of him. But what is obvious to me and the others who work with him is you can feel his passion. You can feel his desire to be the best. And lastly, his vision for what he wants our institutions to strive for in the future. Personally, I've watched Daniel grow as a family man who has always shared his life and his family and his kids with me as if I was a member of his family. He has always checked in on my kids and my family, and he generally cares about the well-being of other people. People say you have to separate your job and friends while working in this industry. I've always felt that statement could not be further from the truth. Thank you, Daniel, for being a friend, a co-worker, a member of the RCP family, and just plain old family. It is truly a special day for me to see this day happen for you, and I congratulate you on your promotion. Thank you, Daniel. Next up, we have Rudy Lovato. Rudy and I go way back, and although he is much younger, probably better looking than I, we both went to Deputy Probation Officer Corps Academy together in the year like 1990, 1999 and 2000. Since that date, I've supervised Rudy, and I also worked side by side with him on many projects. What is clear, and from the start when meeting Rudy, is his strong leadership skills. He just stands out, and no, not because he's tall, but because his willingness to challenge himself, make good decisions, and command a room by simply making himself available for any assignment and any challenge that comes his way. Rudy and I both share a love for sports and have a background in sports. And his style is that of a coach to me. He puts people in the right position to be successful, and he also knows when to turn things up to get the job done. Rudy is that coach that I want to be side by side with when things get tough. His calm demeanor in the face of challenges is what defines him as a leader. It is not too often you can say you're bringing two friends to an executive team during a promotional opportunity, but Rudy is also my friend in life. He, like Daniel, checks on my kids and my family, and we share a love for football, fishing, and to be truthful, a good cigar and just one shot of whiskey, just one. When it was announced that Rudy was selected to the position of Chief Deputy Probation Officer, you could hear the cheers from miles away from his staff. It is obviously his staff were happy for his promotion, but it's equally clear that they were going to miss him and miss his leadership. Thank you, Rudy, and keep on leading. I would also like to thank you for being a member of the executive team, and I personally want to congratulate you both on your promotion. For me, and I know I speak for Natalie, Elisa, Sherlyn, and Joe on the executive team, that this swearing in today helps us get closer to our goals. Potentially, we have subject experts in each category of their assignments to guide and lead this department into the rightful place as the standard bearer for probation across the state. Daniel, with his unique skill in all things institution, and Rudy, with his vast experience in the adult world of probation, both bring an element that potentially could make us a well-oiled machine. However, we all know there are tough times ahead with staffing issues, budget issues, and safety concerns in the forefront of our industry. It is my opinion that this team is ready to lead, this team is built to win, and I can promise you we'll do our best. In closing, I want to clear up the rumor that Daniel came to this team to teach me how to drive the sidecar in Glamis like I've always dreamed of. There is also no truth to the rumor that the new uniforms were designed by Rudy because of his tremendous love for the Las Vegas Raiders. I almost said Oakland. Woo! Lastly, I spoke earlier about both of them being my friends. And in my age and years in this department, I consider many of our staff my friends. Let's get this clear, and I will again speak proudly in saying both Daniel and Rudy are here today because of their hard work, their perseverance, and their ability to get the job done. No matter what the challenges they faced in their career, they have both stayed in the fight and got better and better. We are truly lucky to have them on this executive team. To their families, friends, children, soulmates, you must be proud of them today. We hope you see each of them, we hope you see what each of them mean to us, and we know what they mean to you. Thank you all for being here. God bless, and let's get these two officially sworn in, and let's get started. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Please give Daniel and Rudy a hand as we welcome them to the podium. To administer the oath of office, we are honored to have Judge Judith C. Clark, who began her term as presiding judge of the Riverside County Superior Court in January of 2023. Judge Clark was appointed to the bench in 2005 by Governor Schwarzenegger. Over her career, she has handled criminal trials, family law, and served as a presiding judge of juvenile courts, handling dependency and delinquency matters. More recently, she served as the assistant presiding judge while over the domestic violence calendar in Riverside. Prior to her appointment, Judge Clark served as the deputy district attorney for the Riverside County District Attorney's Office for 15 years. She spent most of her career as a child abuse and sexual assault prosecutor and finished her career as a supervisor of the Training and Writs and Appeals Division. Judge Clark earned her Juris Doctorate from the University of San Diego School of Law. She holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Criminal Justice with a minor in addictions. With that said, please welcome the Honorable Judith C. Clark to administer the oath of office.
Gentlemen, if I can ask you to please raise your right hand, and if you would repeat after me. I, Daniel Castañeda, and I, Rudy Lovato, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the State of California, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservations or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And please welcome Daniel to the podium.
Good afternoon, and a huge thank you to all of you for joining us on our special day. To the Honorable Judith C. Clark, thank you for taking the time out of your day to administer this oath. To our Chief, Christopher H. Wright, number 12, thank you so much for believing in me, recognizing hard work, and allowing me to be a part of your team. Never did I think in 2003, when our paths first crossed, that we would continue to meet throughout the years. First at Southwest Juvenile Hall, followed by Twin Pines Ranch, next as your partner at Indio Juvenile Hall, and lastly as a part of your executive team. I admire your leadership, trust in staff, and look forward to us becoming the best probation department in the state. Assistant Chief Natalie Rivera, in a few short months, it is clear how much you care about our staff and really want to provide the best for them. I also thank you for your unwavering support as I begin to tackle the many challenges ahead. To our Chief Deputies, Joe Doty, Elisa Judy, Sherilyn Williams, and Rudy Lovato, I appreciate your support and confidence in me and look forward to building a stronger department alongside you. To all of our RCP managers here present and those watching on live stream, please never underestimate the leadership that you possess in guiding our next generation of staff to serve courts, protect our community, and change lives. Keep up the great work. And to one of the many mentors I've had over the years, and just so happens to be in the audience today, retired CDPO Jason Bailey, thank you for always leading by example and showing me the right way to do things. Over the past 22 years, I've spoken with countless probation officers who entered this profession knowing they wanted to make a difference. My story is a little different. I was finishing up my last year at UC Riverside while working full-time in computer sales and not really feeling a sense of purpose. As fate would have it, there was an individual nearby that I was eavesdropping on who stated that probation was hiring. I had no idea what probation was or what my life would look like, but I knew I needed a change. I feel like ever since my first day at Southwest Juvenile Hall in early 2002, I feel like this profession was my calling. The ability to mentor youth that need guidance, structure, and stability has truly been gratifying. As I've risen through the ranks, I've enjoyed the opportunity to lead teams and strive for our best. Hasn't always been easy, but it has certainly been worthwhile. As Theodore Roosevelt once said, nothing worth having comes easy. While I feel blessed to have worked at 5 facilities, build and open a brand new state-of-the-art treatment center, I've had the good fortune of being surrounded by wonderful peers. As the late Ronald Reagan once said, the greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He is the one that gets the people to do the greatest things. I love this quote because as someone who played team sports my entire life, without a team, nothing is possible. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank some very important individuals in the crowd. To my parents, Mary and Oscar, thank you for always believing in me, supporting, and guiding me during my journey. From a 4-pound preemie to the person I am today, I owe it all to you both. Mom, you've always been loving and caring and strong while preaching to have a voice and advocate for yourself and for others. And to my dad, thank you for modeling on a daily basis the traits of dedication, humility, and selflessness. I love you both. To my sisters, Angie and Brianna, thank you for always putting up with me. I love you both so much. To my mother-in-law, Lori, thank you for being so wonderful and thoughtful. And to my beautiful wife, Lisa, thank you for being my better half, challenging me daily to be the best version of myself, and for always keeping the mood light. And to my beautiful children, Jonathan, Jocelyn, Devin, and Cameron, I hope that I have and continue to set the best example, and that I hope that I make you proud. Thank you for giving me the best title that anyone can ever have, and that's being your dad. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. And Rudy?
Good afternoon, everybody. First, I would like to say thank you to the Honorable Judith Clark for being here today and administering the oath of office. Thank you, Your Honor. I've thought long and hard about what I was going to say in this speech. It's never easy to speak in public, and it's even harder when you have to speak about yourself. Those of you that know me understand that I would much rather give praise to the team than accept personal accolades. I would like to say thank you to Chief Wright and Assistant Chief Rivera for giving me this opportunity and believing in my skill set to help lead the department into the future. These are exciting times within our department with the implementation of the 5-year strategic plan and the tremendous amount of growth and opportunities available. I would also like to thank the executive team for your warm welcome and assisting with my transition from director to chief deputy. It is an honor to be part of this team. To everyone here, I would like to express what an honor and privilege it is to be a chief deputy for RCP. Chief Wright constantly preaches about being the best probation department in the state, as you heard him during the speech. But I know I am biased, but I can truly say that this department and the staff that work here are the best in the state. On November 15th, 1999, I started my career with the Riverside County Probation Department. Over the course of my career, I've had the opportunity to work in adult, juvenile, and task force operations throughout the county. When I started with this amazing department, I had no idea what a wonderful journey it would be. There were days I could not believe I was being paid for the job I was performing. Throughout the years, I worked side by side with some of the hardest working, dedicated individuals that embody the RCP core values of integrity, commitment, and compassion. On my journey, I've had the honor of working with some incredible individuals that provided exemplary leadership and mentoring. These individuals include Chief Wright, former Chief Hake, who's also in the audience, former Assistant Chief Bryce Holstrom, former Division Director Beth Stevens, former Department of Justice Special Agent Supervisor Ed Miller, and former RSO Sergeant Mark Cloutier. These individuals provided me guidance, decision-making skills, and taught me the importance of taking care of your staff. I learned early on in my career that staff are RCP's most valuable asset. To my family and friends, I would like to say thank you for your continued support during the stressful and difficult times I've encumbered by choosing this profession. I would like to thank Ida Marin, who is my rock and best friend. You have been my inspiration and have taught me about true perseverance. Your perspective always brings me back and keeps me focused on what is truly important. To my son Jordan and my daughter Kaylani, who are both watching online because they couldn't get here today, and my son Rudy, who's present in the audience, you have been my driving force to be the best man and father that I could be. You are my pride and joy. To my mom, who was also not able to be present today and is watching online on a cruise ship in the South Pacific, I wanted to say thank you for your kindness and love and always being there to pick me up. To my brother Dan and my sister Lil, throughout life we've gone through many trials and tribulations. Thank you for always being there. We have taught each other to always look up, get up, and never give up. Lastly, I would like to thank every staff at every level, at every division that I have managed for holding me to the highest of our standards as their leader and challenging me to lead by example. These staff not only performed up to my expectations, but held me accountable to theirs. Our RCP staff are the true heartbeat of our organization, and I could not have obtained this position without your hard work and dedication to our department's mission. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Rudy. I'd like to introduce our Assistant Chief, Natalie Rivera, to give closing remarks.
Thank you, Joe. Let's give Daniel and Rudy another round of applause. I'm Natalie Rivera, Assistant Chief of the Riverside County Probation Department. Today is such a joyous day as we celebrate the promotion of both Rudy and Daniel to Chief Deputy Probation Officer. Like me, I am sure they often wake up feeling like this is surreal, as it is such an honor and privilege to be a part of the executive team and leading RCP. It's not an easy job, but we knew signing up for this career, no assignment in our field is ever easy. But because you both possess a skill set, knowledge, patience, intelligence, and leadership, you are here today being sworn in as our newest members of our executive team. Congratulations, and I thank you both for taking on this responsibility and joining our team. I truly look forward to their continued leadership and success. To our probation family, the best is yet to come. With our team complete and with over 40 years of experience added to our team, including 20 years of management experience between Rudy and Daniel, the sky's the limit. We will continue to use our 5-year strategic plan to guide us in completing the goals we have set for RCP as we continue our path to be the best probation department in the state. If I can welcome Rudy and Daniel back up to the podium, please. As I present these plaques, please join me in one last time congratulating both Rudy and Daniel on their promotion. Before we go, I would like to thank our Public Relations Unit for capturing this beautiful celebration and for all of those joining us online. This concludes our ceremony. Please join us for some refreshments right outside the courtroom. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations.
Thank you.